out, which is what these players are really excited to have the opportunity to get into Big East Conference play with us playing Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is a very good football team. They're 2 plays away from sitting here 4-0 with games against Notre Dame and Pitt the last 2 weeks. I mean, Notre Dame and Iowa the last 2 weeks, where I think that they have played extremely solid football. They've played really well, and you can see them getting better and better each and every week as they kind of feel what their players can do and get a better sense of that. You're seeing them defensively really starting to settle in. The first couple games, you saw a lot of guys playing a lot of different positions. You're really starting to see them settle into what they do defensively. They are big, they are strong. Really impressed with what they did last week against Notre Dame's offensive line. Just because we had an opportunity to see Notre Dame's offensive line live, and I was really impressed with the way they come off the ball and the way they play. And then you watch this game on TV while you're waiting on ours, and you see that front four and kind of sticking their arms out and locking guys out and holding their ground. I was really impressed with what they're doing up front. I think Gruder, their linebacker, is the second leading tackler in the Big East. He is their middle linebacker. He is very active. They have a couple young freshmen right now, and Lindsey and Price and Thomas that I think are really doing an outstanding job. The 2 freshman linebackers, they're freshmen. You see them getting better and better every week, but they're athletic, they can run, they're big. I think they're really fitting into their system and what they do, and their pass rush specialist, Lindsey, coming off the edge. I think they have a very solid defensive football team. They held Notre Dame really to 15 points, and I thought did a great job with it. It certainly wasn't a fluke. They played a great football game. And then Williams in the secondary. Their secondary has had some holes early, but they have really shored those up. Some of the things they're doing technique-wise to turn and fix it. This is a well-coached defensive football team, and they have made some great adjustments through the first 4 games. There's a reason that a lot of people picked them to either win or second place in the conference before we started this season. It is a very talented football team. When you go to the offensive side of the ball, I mean, it all starts with Ray Graham and their offensive line. Their offensive line's huge. They average 6'6", 315 pounds. They're very big up front. Nix is one of the best players in this league. He's been decorated, deservingly so. He's a great football player at the guard position. But they're big, they're huge, they come off the ball, they're physical, they're tough, and they have one of the best athletes in Graham at tailback. He's leading the conference in rushing by about 30 yards. He's got about 127 yards a game, I think, is what he's rushing for. But he's so elusive. I mean, you look at him on film, and it looks like he's down, and they got him down, and he cuts back against the grain. He's very unpredictable, but he is extremely quick. I think that's probably one of his bigger assets. He's big, and he's strong, and he's put together, and he can run through tackles, but he's extremely elusive. He's a zone runner. He's got that jump cut. I think he's a special player, and we are going to have to challenge our defense to really run to the ball this week. They have 3 receivers, all of them 6'4", Shanahan, Street. I mean, I think they are very, very talented players, and they make it hard and very difficult to load the box and just take away Graham's. Sari's an upperclassman, doing a really good job of managing games, protecting the ball. Like I said, they're sitting there with a 24-3 lead, I think it was, against Iowa, out at Iowa, and ended up Iowa comes back and makes some plays late to end up beating them. But I think this is an explosive team. I think this is a talented team, and I think it's going to be a great challenge for us. When you look at them on special teams, their kickoff coverage is #1 in the league. Kickoff return has not exactly been our forte. Their kickoff coverage is #1 in the league, and both their punt returns and their kickoff returns, they are 3rd in the league. So I think it's not only are we going into a conference game with right now our weak link, but we're playing a very strong team. We're going to have to make a lot of strides in a short week in order to get to where we need to be from a special team standpoint. But it's conference play. This is what's exciting about being in the conference. It's been great to see what this team can do and to play some of these non-conference games, but this is a week where everybody livens up just a little bit. I mean, the aches and pains of the season go away, and you get excited about having the opportunity to play in a game like this, especially on national television on Thursday night. So we're really excited about the opportunity we have. What question?